Last episode, I built an Italian restaurant, a bed and breakfast, and a giant clothes shop. And then I asked you what we should do with the fourth building. And as you can see behind me, I've since turned it into a fish and chip shop. By which I mean I've turned it into a fish shop. Because we can't actually make chips in this mod. It's just not an option, sadly. So I've tried to turn it into a pokey little fish and chip shop. I think this has turned out quite well. I've got a different kind of till in here instead of using stairs all the time. And I probably should have been doing that all along. I mean, it doesn't really look like a till, but it definitely looks better than stairs. So at the front here, we of course have a serving area, and I had a bit of a happy accident over here. I wanted to have some chip fat in here, and I couldn't really decide whether white chocolate or dark chocolate would be better. And yeah, when I tried to change the dark to the white chocolate, they mixed, and it's created this weird sort of bubbling effect, which I think is absolutely perfect. I love it when stuff like that happens. Through the back here, we've got a couple of chefs that are cooking up the whole fish, and upstairs, it's a little bit messy. I didn't really know what to do with the rest of this space because I needed quite a large area to actually sort out this, which is essentially chopping the fish. We're getting the fish slices, and then they're getting cooked and sent downstairs as well. And of course, the bone meal's just getting destroyed again. But yeah, we'll just slowly back away from the upstairs and enjoy the downstairs, which I think definitely looks a whole lot better. And I even managed to find a nice sign to stick on the outside for this one. But today, well, today is a big day, because what we're going to be doing today is getting this town finished. Yes, you heard me right. We're going to be getting all of this finished up, which is going to involve a couple more buildings and a bit of a park, which should be very cool. And of course, we're going to need to sort out something around the back of those buildings too. But with any luck, by the end of the episode, this entire district should be finished. We've got our work cut out for us today. And I did say that between episodes I was going to do some planning and I was going to get some buildings down, but, well, I've just not had the time. So I guess the first thing we need to do is... that was weird. Yep, okay, so the first thing we need to do is actually to get these 2 extra buildings down. And I've had lots of requests in the comments for an apartment block, I've had requests for police stations, fire stations, and lots of things like that. And I feel like we probably do have enough restaurants here now, we've certainly got enough food to keep us going. And I don't want to keep just rinsing and repeating and putting more and more restaurants down because, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit bored of building restaurants, and I'm sure you're probably getting a bit bored of watching them. So with that in mind, let's stick down a building here we can use as an apartment block, and then next door, we're going to be building something very special, which is going to be a fire station. But not just any fire station. I mean, chances are you've already seen it in the thumbnail, but let's just pretend you haven't. Right, so, blocks. What do we want to build this out of? I think the bottom side we're probably going to do with some limestone, but I'm going to get these buildings marked out. I'm just going to stick down a couple of squares, and then we're going to work out how we're going to tie in a park over in this area, which means I may actually end up putting another street here just to connect up to that backside, but who knows? And we're going to have a nice pokey little alleyway here as well, I think. And I think something around this size should work well, so I'm going to crack on and get the rest of this apartment building in, and then we'll sort out the interior, I think, before we move on to the fire station, which I'm very much looking forward to. I mean, I'm not looking forward to trying to work it out, but it should look good hopefully once it's done. Well, I think that's come out quite well. We have our apartment block in, and not only that, I've sorted out a very small bit of the interior. I've essentially just put in the corridors so we can go and build our apartments inside, although currently the ceilings and the floors are left blank because I don't know what they're going to look like yet, but we also have a stairwell here that loops round. We have an apartment on each floor, so there's also one at the top here. But I do still need to figure out what we're going to be doing on the inside. And if I just close this door and then open it, we should have a completed interior. I love how that works. So in this first apartment, you enter into the lounge. We've got some wonderful paintings hanging up. I do like these immersive paintings in the fact you can put the frames around them. I think they just really add something instead of just having a picture stuck to the wall. That really works well. I've used another cuckoo clock because since discovering them last episode, I think I've fallen in love with them. I cannot believe it's taken me 8 months to actually discover they're a thing in this game. I've used oxidized stairs for the sofa just so we haven't got create seats anywhere. The only downside is we can't actually sit on it, but it's nice to have something that looks a little bit different. Through this door at the back here, we have a bedroom with a lovely wardrobe, a shelf, some lighting, and nothing too fancy going on, but I do like it. And then on this side, we have a good-sized kitchen. We've got a herb rack at the top, we've got the oven, we've got all the essentials you'd need, even a fridge. But of course, up here, we've had to do different layouts. So on this floor here, we've got a sort of a bit more of an open plan apartment. So we've got a great big kitchen, we've got a seating and dining area, bookshelves, and once again, we have a bedroom through here. We've also got a fire exit out the back here, which apparently I've forgotten to put the door on. So we'll have to sort that out in a moment. And then if we go up to the top floor, once again, we've got a different layout. And this time I've done another open plan one, but I've put it on this side so that the bedrooms themselves have got windows, and this one actually has 2 bedrooms. But I think that works quite well. And you may have noticed we once again don't have any toilets in this building, but there's no toilets in the entire town. So if anyone needs to go, they're going to have to go see Bruno. Look, I just don't have the space in these apartments for toilets, okay? So if some room's going to drop, it's going to be the toilet. I've also added an alleyway in down the side here because we can't have all these buildings and no alleyways. And you may have noticed there's also a fence up on the other side of the street, and that's because I'm not putting any buildings over that side. I just don't think the town's going to need it, and once we've got this last building in, that will actually be the very last building in this little street we've got. But it does look cool with the moon setting behind it. Look at that. So the next thing I'm going to be working on is, of course, going to be this fire station. And what I actually want to do is probably around here somewhere is have another connecting road that sort of connects up to the back bit over there. And the reason for that will become clear shortly, but I do have a plan for this area behind the buildings, and for that, we're going to need a bit of an access road here. So let's just quickly get all that sorted. Something like that should do the trick nicely, I think. We've got a nice little road going down here. I've also sectioned off this bit here. We are going to be putting a sort of public park in this kind of area. And around the back here, we're going to be putting a public car park. So anyone visiting the Sound actually has somewhere to park so they can go to all these lovely fancy restaurants. But we'll worry about that later. For now, I want to focus on this fire station. And I'm going to be basing this loosely on, of course, the Ghostbusters firehouse. This one right here. And about 3 years ago on Truly Bedrock Season 2, I did actually build the Ghostbusters firehouse before and turn it into a slime shop. But we've got a lot more blocks, a lot more options, and a lot more choices these days. So hopefully we can pull something off that looks a little bit better. As long as it doesn't look worse, I'll be happy. I won't be putting the Ghostbusters logo or anything on it though, because of course the Ghostbusters is from the 80s, and this is a 50s town. But the building was built way before the 50s, so we're good. We can get away with this. And I think the best thing for me to do is probably going to be to carve out where this sort of road entrance bit is going to be, build up some basic walls, and try and get this lower section looking good before we actually crack on with the upper section, because this building is probably actually going to end up being the biggest building in town. It's probably going to have to go a little bit higher than some of these in order to get all the detail in, although it might end up about that size, I reckon. But at this stage, I don't really know. But something I do know is that this building has a bit that kind of sticks out lower down, so I'm hoping we can make use of these stairs here, and if we were to... Do I have any more stone on me? No, I don't. Let's just grab a little bit of that. We've only got 21. We're going to have to go back and get some more, but if we were to do that, and maybe use some polished tuff down the bottom here, and I guess we need to make that a little bit taller. Maybe with some of those on top. Okay, that could work. Let's just get that all the way around the build here. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Next up, we're going to put a ledge in across the top bit here. And we need to put a second ledge in, but I think I want to get some half slabs in like this. Oh, geez, not quite like that, but like that. And then this bit here is where it's going to turn to red brick. But that means we can stick another ledge in all across here. That looks about right. Now, for the doorway, it's got this kind of black lip that runs around the inside. And I think if we're clever with our framed blocks, we could get that looking quite good. We'll use a couple of these angled ones there. Then we'll use some of these double slope ones in here, which means we should be able to do that to get a bit of an arch. Looking good. Maybe a slope in the middle, and then I just need to find something that's going to fit there. And I think that should just about do it. Yeah, that looks wonderful. But this wall down the bottom here is looking a little bit plain, so maybe I should get a bit of texture in. Just the occasional one of these offset bricks should work quite nicely for that. Yeah, that should do the trick. But now we've got the general scale of the building in, I think it's just about time for a time lapse, don't you? Well, I think that came out better than I expected. I absolutely love it. And just the small detail of the engraved text on the front there really adds a lot. But we have a massive building here now that currently doesn't have an interior. Absolutely nothing going on inside. So I guess that's going to be the next step. But as a whole, the street has all of its buildings in now. I've just got to do all of the finer details, which, as I say, includes the interior of the firehouse. But not only that, I want to get the park in here and a car park round the back here. And then hopefully once we've got all that done, I can call the town finished. Actually, no, tell a lie, I also need to get a bus stop in, but that should be fairly easy. Well, that took a whole lot longer than I had expected. It's actually the next day in real life now, but I had a wonderful afternoon yesterday just pottering around, putting in lots of little details, and most importantly, getting the interior of this firehouse done. We also had a visitor while I was doing that, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But we'll do a quick tour of the outside first, so I have managed to get a bus stop in. I also found a very cool old school advert, which I think just sits really nicely in there. In this area here, I've just added a small park. We've got a couple of benches and so on, so the people, when they're on their lunch breaks from the restaurants and whatnot, they can come out here, they can relax. We've got these sort of floating lantern things going on as well, the paper soul lanterns, which I think adds a nice splash of colour to the trees, and it's really good to see the bus going around as well, actually, if I'm honest. Out the back here, I've just added a small car park and a couple of vehicles, ones that I don't actually know if we've had anywhere else. I think we might have built one of these ones down by the dock, and this is just a different colour version of the one that actually does the farm deliveries for us. As you can see, I've also sorted out the back of these buildings. We've got the fire exits on, but let's take a little look at the inside of our firehouse here. So the first thing you may notice is that there's not actually a fire engine, and that's because I didn't actually have enough space left in here once I'd done the interior. And I have based the interior, at least the downstairs, on the sort of Ghostbusters thing, where they had this wooden panelled area at the back. They had a big desk, and there's just some storage behind there, but we can actually get through as well. And then I've put in a few fire suits, which are actually the sort of back tanks that we've got in here, the copper back tanks. I think they look quite good. They're all fully charged, ready to go. And then I've just got a shelving area with some random stuff dumped on it, because why not? We've also got a fire bell, and most importantly, we have the pole, which actually goes all the way up through the 3 floors. And if we come up to the next floor, we can see we've got a nice kitchen and sort of living area for the firemen, somewhere to chill out and relax. And I've gone with that painting again that looks a little bit like the Ghostbusters thing. I mean, it's missing the guy in front, but I think it does work well. Once again, we've got a bell on this level as well, so the firemen can hear the alarm no matter where they are in the building. And lastly, on the top floor, much simpler, we've just got a few bedrooms. We've got sort of bunk beds in here. I've kept these very basic just because, well, they're only ever used for the firemen when they're having a nap, assuming that they're on night duty. But with that, the fire station is considered done. Ow, not the safest pole in the world, but at least I can get down nice and quickly. And while I was doing the interior, I did have a visit from Bruno. Let's take a look.
Beardstone! Mr. Beardstone!
Bruno? Bruno, turn around. I've been chasing you down the high street.
Right behind me. When you least expect it, you turn around, Beardstone's hit is there, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't miss you. You've got a giant sombrero.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite hard to miss. Beardstone, I come to you once again requesting something, and I have a need, and I think you get the answer. I need a lot of wool because I'm making some power sources, and I need wool for windmills.
Well, lucky for you, we have a brand new clothes shop over here, the Explore and Adventure shop. Oh, I have a hole in my ground.
No, I don't need clothes, Beardstone.
No, but look.
Oh.
Wool.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Okay, I can just.
Yeah. Just help yourself.
Okay.
I mean, if you do want to try on some clothes, we do have a changing room over here as well. So, you know, feel free to peruse the rest of the clothes. But, yeah, wool, help yourself. And if you need more, there's loads more. Probably not in the farmhouse. There's probably loads more at Viridium Shores as well if you need it.
Okay. Beardstone, do you have... I don't know if you noticed, but I am a big fan of sombreros. Do you sell sombreros over here?
I don't know. It's not a hat shop, I'm afraid. I don't have any hats for sale. No hats. It's just clothes, and even the clothes technically aren't for sale.
Okay,
it's just wool.
It's not a cloth. Hats, so hats are not clothes. Okay.
No, well, hats are accessories. I'd say they're accessories.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Beardstone, you're quite. You know a lot about fashion, so I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's ever said that in my entire life. Oh, actually, while I've got you here.
Yes.
Did you wish to accompany myself and Stam on a lovely
There's
candlelit...
a bus!
What I was going to say is, would you like to join me and Stam for a lovely candlelit dinner send-off?
That's. Are you asking me out on a date, Beardstone? Why
well,
not? Yes.
It's more of a three-way date. There's Stam's going to be there as well. But I was thinking, you know, we could maybe go to the Italian, have a nice pasta meal.
Oh.
Or burgers, if you prefer burgers.
Pasta.
We can go to the diner. It's entirely up to you.
Okay, I think it's okay. I'll write it down on my schedule, Beardstone. I think I will be free on that day, whatever day that I'm always.
I was going to say, I haven't actually told you the day yet, but I'll send you a message. We'll get something in the diary, Bruno. But I think it'll be nice to sit down, have a nice meal, reminisce about our time here, and just have a nice little send off.
Reminisce. Oh, a send off. Wait, what? What? Oh, I got a Beardstone. I have to finish my build like now. If there's gonna be a send off.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a send-off. I've just got to finish the firehouse. I've got to do the park and a couple of other little bits and bobs, and then it's dinner time.
All right, Beardstone, thank you so much, dude.
No worries. Take care, dude. And I know it looks like I'm following you. I'm just going back into here because that's what I was building. Enjoy the wall.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And I guess that's how you find out. This is actually the final episode of this particular Create series. I know, it's been wonderful, but the world's getting a little bit big now. It's getting a bit hard to play on it. Sometimes things are lagging. And overall, I think I'm just ready for a brand new challenge. But don't panic, you won't have to wait too long. In a few weeks, there will be a brand new series, Perfect World Season 2, with a brand new mod pack. It's going to have lots of different changes and things like that in it. And we're going to be taking on, as I say, a whole new challenge. But as you can probably tell by the episode length, we're not done just yet. We've still got a few things we need to do, one of which is to go find out how Stam's doing. We did obviously bring him in as a contractor to repair a village for us, a village he didn't find and decided just to build his own, but we should really go and have a look and see how he's getting on. I also need to invite him to dinner as well, so let's go find him. Right, so I've made it here to Somewhere Station, and as far as I recall, he has a ferry, and oh, look at that, he's even got a little seat we can wait on. So we'll just sit here and wait for his boats, and then when it gets here, hopefully we can go find Stam. He's still got that floating train. Jeez. Well, I've been here for about 5 minutes and no boat has shown up, so I've crafted my own. I think we're gonna have to take our own way there. This is not a good start. Classic contractors, though. Aha, well, there's the boat. And I think I can see why it's not running. He's got an empty lake.
I'm working on it, Beardy. I'm working on it.
This is just...
It's...
This isn't finished, Stam. What's going on? Come on now.
It's almost finished.
Jeez. I mean, the bits you have done do look amazing. I was actually over here the other day stealing things from your andesite age factory, which has been very helpful, so I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. You see, I've had other priorities than the waterways.
Fair, but I did have to navigate my own way here on a boat, though, which, yeah, a little bit sad about that. But you know, you're a contractor; it's to be expected that things aren't finished in time. You do realize you're running out of time, right?
I'm running out of time.
Oh yeah. This is the end of the server, the end of the season, Stan.
The end. Oh, I thought I had a little more time at least. I mean, I knew it was closing in, but like, I've got so many plans, Beardy.
I was partly here to check on your progress, fully knowing that as a contractor, it wouldn't be finished and it's going to run over. It's probably over budget as well. And to be fair, you've not even built it in the right place. You didn't repair a village at all. You just built your own one. A very beautiful one, admittedly.
Yeah, a very beautiful village. Definitely over budget.
Definitely over budget, yeah. Okay, well, to be honest, this place looks absolutely incredible though, Stam. I love it. It's very, very cool. But I'm actually here to invite you to a very special send-off dinner.
A very special send-off dinner. Ooh.
Yes, yeah. Bruno's going to join us as well. We're going to have a lovely Italian meal over in the newly completed Valleydale, or Dale Valley. I can never remember which way around those two words are. But the new town.
I don't even know what they're called.
Shush you. But basically, dinner time. Would you care to join us for a meal, and we can reminisce over the memories and the fun times we've had, and probably berate you a bit more for still working on things.
Being a contractor.
For being a contractor, basically, yeah.
I mean, I'm alone in this business now. My associate retired this morning. So,
what do you mean, your associate?
Oh,
have you been bringing people onto the server, Stan?
That was a dream. Anyways, I'd love to meet for dinner tonight.
Yes. Yeah. We'll meet for dinner later today.
Okay.
I'm about to do a lovely cinematic tour of the world, so I'll get some cinematic shots of your little bit of town as well, and I'll just avoid the lake. It'll be fine.
Yep. Thank you. Yep.
I'll avoid the lake, but but it'll all be finished for the world download, though. I'm sure, won't it, Stan?
Yeah. I mean, I've got to finish it today then. Oh boy. But you better get going because I've got work to do. I can't be chatting all day here.
Okay, cool. I'll leave you to it, Stan. You do realize if you use the construction one, this will be a lot quicker.
Beardy?
Ah,
Oh.
Stam.
Let me take off my jacket here. Oh, can't take off the pants. They have curse of binding. I put that on since last time.
Yeah, that sounds fair. That sounds fair. Well, thanks for coming. I just thought it'd be nice to have a nice little send off. Although Bruno's late. Where's Bruno?
Guys, sorry I'm late.
Hey,
Bruno, we've been waiting
Bruno.
for ages.
The traffic is terrible at this time of year and everything.
So always with the hat. Always with the hat, Bruno.
The sombrero's a
Yes,
little
yes.
close. I'm gonna move over here.
I just wanted to basically bring you here just to say thanks. You know, I thought I'd treat you to a nice meal, and yeah, just say thanks for joining me on the world. It's been a lot of fun.
I feel so thankful of having played on this server that I actually got a present for you both. I think you both, I've only thanked Beardstone, but Sam, you also been amazing, dude. Super
Oh.
fun. I got something for you guys right here.
I'm excited.
You and you.
No way! Oh, he stole mine. Oh no!
Stole it.
Oh
Did you
yes.
pick it up? Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sombrero buddies.
Oh, this is
Sombrero
incredible.
buddies.
Amazing.
I didn't even try. It's not
So we ate pasta and chatted until the early hours of the morning, until finally it came time for me to go. Anyway, I'll see you both in future. Thank you very much for the hat, Bruno. I've got a flight to catch, so I'll catch you later. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Well, that was a lovely meal, and I finally got a sombrero. And I guess that pretty much brings us to the end of the series. It's been absolutely awesome to have you all here. Thanks for joining me on the journey. Wait a minute, what in the world was that? Who's that?
Have I missed it? I'm here for the tour.
A tour? I mean,
I'm here for the tour.
I can give you a tour. I mean, you're heading to the airport, so it's probably not a bad place to stop. Yeah, I mean, I can show you around.
You have a plane here?
Yeah, we got a plane here.
Oh my gosh.
So, just around here.
Where's the plane?
There it is, my pokey little plane, my little seaplane, doing his little seaplane thing. Did you want to take it for a flight?
Oh, I would love to take it on a flight.
Well, there you go. I'll give you some steps to get up on top. There should be a trapdoor in the roof. Yep.
Oh.
I'll jump in the back here.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. And
Wow.
yeah, I mean,
Wait, so how do I turn on the engines?
yeah,
When do
just
these puppies start spinning?
play around with. Just pretend that they start
Oh.
spinning. Yeah.
Oh, they've started spinning. This is miraculous. Full speed ahead, I guess.
And in theory, we should have a
Okay,
nice,
how do I pull up?
smooth
How do I
takeoff.
pull up?
Oh, that's it. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
You have flown a
Oh,
plane before,
brilliant.
right?
No, never. Oh, this is actually a lot harder to control than I thought it would be.
I was actually playing nicely.
Oh.
Tubbo, where you going?
Wait, I need to pull up. How do I pull up?
pull up,
How do I pull up?
pull
How do I
up,
pull up?
pull
How do I
up,
pull up?
Tubbo.
I've not done this before. I've
Tubbo,
not done this
pull up,
before.
pull up.